Hello, hello.
Yeah, Mr. Draiman. How are you, sir?
Good. How about yourselves?
We're hanging in there, man. We're hanging in there. Thank you for carving out some time for us to talk about the upcoming tour. We're very, very privileged to have you with us. Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
The privilege is mine.
We are excited to have the kickoff of the tour here in Boise coming up on the 25th. We've talked to some directors on this show, and they've talked about how when they were making a movie, they kind of knew that there was a performance that was Oscar worthy, or they were making a film that would be lauded. Did you know when you guys were making The Sickness back in 2000, like 25 years later, or this is one of the ages, we're going to look back on this and go, this was a really big deal for us?
We were not conscious of it in any way at the time. We were just flying by the seat of our pants, to be honest. They say that you have your entire uh, lifetime or what was before your career to write your first record. So it's interesting because it's definitely resonated in a very unique way with everyone. The rawness of it, the primal nature of it, the darkness of the record. It definitely seemed to have its effect well beyond our expectations. It continues to surprise us.
Well, I mean, it lays the foundation of what is to come, and you guys. I mean, it's upon you guys to take that and to build upon it. So, obviously, you have done a really amazing job of doing that. It's why we get a chance to have you guys come and do a 25-year celebration of the record.
It's pretty crazy. 25 years to the sickness. Still kind of pinching myself about it.
You guys have obviously done plenty of tours. You've even done some celebrations of this album in the past. As you get ready to roll out this tour, I know you're going through rehearsals. I know you're doing what it takes, but are you preparing something special? This is two sets. It's a lot of work that goes into this celebration, I imagine, right?
Um, you said it. A ton of work, a ton of preparation, lots of little Easter eggs, so to speak, part of the performance. Definitely dipping heavily into the nostalgia. So getting into it. It's been a nice little trip down memory lane. It's been sort of a humbling experience, kind of because we've never actually played the first record front to back before. This is going to be our first time doing it. Some of these songs we haven't played in like, oh, I don't know, 15, 20 years. So it's been a while. It was nice running through everything with the guys last week. It's like revisiting old friends. It's really, really cool. I'm really looking forward to the whole entirety of it. There's definitely lots of production element surprises that are complex and theatrical, definitely harkening back to the whole sickness era and but done in a new and modern way. So it's definitely been a challenge, but one that we've been enjoying as we've been going along.
Plus, it's a Disturbed show, so it's going to be awesome. And in the production part, how much fun do you guys have in coming up with the ideas and just trying to push the limits to what you guys can make happen on a stage during a live show?
Well, that all depends, See, unfortunately, things like that cost money, a lot of it. Uh, and if we had an unlimited amount of money, um, it wouldn't be a problem. Uh, Unfortunately, we do have a limited amount of money, and if we were able to do everything we wanted to, we would be accomplishing all of my dear guitar player's wildest dreams and production fantasies coming to life. He's definitely the mad scientist when it comes to that kind of stuff. He's got a great vision for that sort of thing, and he's been working closely with our production staff, and I've been kind of like hanging back, seeing what he's coming up with and what they're coming up with, and just kind of giving my dominus on this once everything's done. But it's been it's been challenging, because the environment is tough and we want to put on as big of a show as possible, but we don't want to have to, you know, pay from out of our pockets to do it. We'd like to actually
Right.
make some revenue on it. So it's been challenging, but I can pretty much guarantee everyone from everything I've seen over the course of the past couple of weeks that it is going to be a huge looking show. It's going to be impressive as hell. And I think that everyone's really going.
I know we are. It's happening February 25th here in Boise, kicking off the tour at the Idaho Center Arena. You can grab your tickets at xrock.com. There's still some available. But, David, you have built an amazing lineup, not just celebrating the 25th anniversary of the sickness, but we got 3 Days Grace on the bill. And then I'm sure you have been a fan of Seven Dust. It's so nice to see these guys finally playing some arena shows and getting some of the respect they deserve as well. I'm sure you're excited about the entire bill.
I am. I mean, Seven Dust sets the standard as far as live performance is concerned, has for so many years. I love those guys to death. Great friends and great people. Very excited about both incarnations of 3 Days Grace coming together as one. I'm a fan of both vocalists. I can't wait to hear the entire legacy, from both sounds. It's really going to be an amazing thing to be a part of. And then, you got Nothing More, one of the great new young bands of the past decade. I have tremendous faith. And then obviously we did a song together. So yeah, everyone knows how much respect I have for them. And then, of course, Mr. Chris Daughtry.
Mm-hmm.
He's just such a amazing vocalist. He's someone that I'm very, very fortunate to call a friend and a colleague. Definitely have the utmost respect for him as well. We like having heavyweights on the bill. We like having people that make us feel like we need to, take things up a notch or two. So it's all good.
I'm glad you mentioned heavy, because the new single "I Will Not Break" that is a throwback, and man, it's a hammer, man. I love this song. What was it like putting this together and just trying to maybe replicate a little bit the feeling, the vibe from the sickness?
It wasn't intentional. That much I'll tell you. It came at the end of our recording session. It's one of the last songs we did. We were really on a roll, and I remember I had said to Danny and Drew and Mike, Drew's our producer, and give me a beat that's the good old fashioned old school head bob, something I can really lock in my polysyncopation on. Give me something old school, and they did, and boom, this came out, and it immediately spoke to us. It was a hell of a lot of fun to write and record. The song was very empowering, very healing for me. It's a contrast to some of the darkness I was going through last cycle, and just being able to celebrate coming out the other end.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I mean, I know you guys are focused on this upcoming tour, and a lot of it is kind of looking back and nostalgic on 25 years of the sickness, but that doesn't mean your eyes aren't focused on the future either, with a brand new song, and I'm sure a bunch of them to choose from. As you look ahead in this year, I imagine you're excited about what's to come for Disturbed as well, right?
Very much. And we've got a lot of amazing new material we're going to be releasing piece by piece over the course of the next year or two, culminating with the release of an actual record. But we're going to take our time with it. These songs are the problem we had in studios, that so many of them were so strong and so compelling that we had no shortage of single contenders. In fact, we had too many. So we want to try and give every baby its necessary growth period to be able to grow into a nice big adult song. So it's nice being able to feel that anticipation and the excitement of it. I can't wait. There's definitely a lot of the meat and potatoes Disturbed in the collection, but there's a couple surprises too. And I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised when they actually get to hear everything.
Well, I'll tell you what, David, this might be a tough question, but it could be like picking your favorite kid. As we look back on 25 years of the sickness, the discography of Disturbed is amazing. Is there an album that sticks out to you that in the future we may be also celebrating the 25th anniversary of, in the future, looking back going, hey, this was a big deal. This was a benchmark for our career, and it deserves just as much respect as some of the others?
Each record has its own respective poignance and importance to us. It's hard to say. I mean, first we got to get to that point, life-wise. First we got to be able to weather the storm of all these aches and pains and stuff falling apart past the age of 50 once the warranty is up and everything starts breaking. We'll see whether or not my body lasts to the next anniversary. I don't know, but we'll see. I definitely think that I would say maybe the Fists record, because that was when John came on board, and that was the beginning of a new era for us as well. I don't know. We'll have to see what the future holds.
Well, we are excited that we're celebrating the Sickness coming up here on the 25th anniversary of the album. It's happening February 25th at the Idaho Center Arena. You can grab your tickets at xrock.com. It's going to be awesome, David. Travel safe, man. Thank you again for the time. We really do appreciate it, and we will see you here in a couple weeks.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thanks,
You
man.
too. Bye-bye.